Hi, my name is Tim Shaw from Riverwood Public School. Today with my 5-6 class, we will be doing conjunction writing. Fantastic. Our learning intention today is to expand sentences using conjunctions. What's our learning intention?
To expand sentences using conjunctions.
All right, our success criteria for today is I can read the independent clause, I can understand the meaning of a conjunction, and write an independent or dependent clause. And why is this important? This is important because when we actually go to do our writing later on, we're going to make sure that our writing flows and has cohesion. Okay? So, we are going to do some of our hand actions. All right, a simple sentence is an independent clause that stands alone by itself. What's a simple sentence?
An independent clause that stands alone by itself.
All right, we have a compound sentence, and a compound sentence has an independent clause, comma, coordinating conjunction, independent clause. How does our compound sentence go?
Independent clause, comma, coordinating conjunction, independent clause.
We also have our complex sentence, and our complex sentence can go independent clause, subordinating conjunction, dependent clause. But we can also change it around so it starts with our subordinating conjunction, dependent clause, comma, independent clause. Let's do the first way. Ready? And.
Independent clause, subordinating conjunction, dependent clause.
All right, let's flip it around. And.
Subordinating conjunction, dependent clause, comma, independent clause.
Fantastic. All right, we know that all of our conjunctions have meanings. And we're going to have a look at some of our subordinating conjunctions. I'm going to look for, even though. What is the meaning of even though? Looking for those people who've got it. Think, pair, share. What is the meaning?
Concession and comparison.
All right, turning back around in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is the meaning?
Concession and comparison.
All right, I'm looking for given that. Given that. Everyone's eyes should be on the screen, finding the meaning of given that. All right, think, pair, share, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What is the meaning?
Reason.
Okay, I'm now looking for when. When. What is the meaning of when? All right, think, pair, share.
Time.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What is the meaning?
Time.
Great job. All right, so here I have got my independent clause. Okay? And this independent clause says the state governments have laws to protect and manage forests. I've also got 3 conjunctions here. I've got because, as, in order to. What are my 3 conjunctions?
Because, as, in order to.
Okay. So what I've got to do now is I've got to find that meaning of these 3 conjunctions. I know that because is a reason. So I'm going to have to provide a reason why state governments have laws. As is also another reason. So I'm going to have to give a reason why state governments have laws. My last one here, in order to, what is the meaning? Purpose. So I have to give a purpose. Okay? Now, I can take ideas from 2 different sources today. The first source I can take is from our reading. Okay? And we read about timber, right, and our plantations. The other area where I can get this information from is from our science lesson where we've looked at the 6 key principles. Okay? Animal welfare, maintain enhanced quality, economic profitability, promotes biodiversity, reduces impact on natural resources, or global food security. So I'm going to have a think to myself. The state governments have laws to protect and manage forests. If I have a look over here, okay, they have laws to promote sustainable forests. It's a bit different to just normal forests because we know that with a sustainable forest, when they cut down a tree, they have to replant a tree. So I could write, that's the reason why we have state laws. Another reason we have is it's all about looking after protected animal species. Okay, so we're not endangering any animals. That could be another reason. All right, so I'm going to start with because. So, the state governments have laws to protect and manage forests because we need to ensure that these forests or timber plantations are sustainable. All right, I'm going to read my complete sentence now. The state governments have laws to protect and manage forests because we need to ensure that forests or timber plantations are sustainable. Have I given a reason why we have laws to protect certain areas? Yes, because we need to make them sustainable. All right, I'm now going to move to as. As is another reason. All right, so I've used information from the text that we have read. I'm now going to link it to one of our 6 key principles. All right, what am I going to? Ooh, I know we spoke just before about animal welfare and like looking after the animals, but I could also link it to maintain and enhance quality of land. Which one should I choose? I am going to choose animal welfare. Okay, so state governments have laws to protect and manage forests as we need to protect what do we call it when animals live somewhere? Ecosystem or? Habitat. Fantastic, because we need to protect animal habitats. Okay, have I given a reason why there are specific laws in place? Yes, because we need to protect animal habitats. I'm going to read that complete sentence. The state governments have laws to protect and manage forests as we need to protect animal habitats. Could I write my sentence this way? As we need to protect animal habitats, the states have laws to protect and manage forests. Yes, okay? So we can change the way our sentence is structured. Okay, in order to. In order to is a purpose. Okay, so what is the purpose of having laws to protect and maintain forests? So the state government have laws to protect and manage forests in order to, I'm going to think about kind of linking all of our 6 key principles together. When we talk about sustainable, we're talking about continuing over a long period of time. So the state governments have laws to protect and manage forests in order to keep them for a long period of time. In order to keep them for a long period of time. Okay. Have I given a purpose as to why we need to have these laws in place? Yes. Okay. Let's have a look at your slide. Read the sentence or the independent clause in your mind. Okay, reading it all together. Here we go, ready? And the timber industry is one of the largest manufacturing industries in Australia. All right, let's read our conjunctions. Here we go, ready? And. Since.
As. And.
Ooh, and. What kind of conjunction is and? Have a think. Pair, share, go. Find a way, turning back around. Thank you very much. What kind of conjunction is it?
Coordinating conjunction.
And what type of sentence type do we use them? Do we use these coordinating conjunctions? Have a think. So the simple, compound, complex. All right. Whispering it to your partner. Go. Turning around in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What type of sentence structure is it? Compound. Fantastic. Okay, so having a look at the first one here. Since. Well, we need to figure out the meaning of since, and we need to figure out the meaning of as. What is the meaning of since? Reason. What is the meaning of as? Reason. Okay, and we are joining our two independent clauses together. So let's have a think. What are some reasons why timber plantations are one of the largest manufacturing industries? Well, we can link it back to our text. Okay, and in our text it said that it employs 80,000 people. Okay, and it creates things such as paper. Right? We could be making furniture. We could also link it back to one of our 6 key principles. Okay, so I would like for you to have a think. We need to give a reason as to why it is one of the largest manufacturing industries within Australia. When you have come up with a reason, show me that you have got your reason. Okay. I'm going to ask you to just write the conjunction and then finish the sentence on your whiteboard. I'm going to give you 1 minute to write that down. Markers up. I love that you've got your markers up already. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, 15 seconds. All right. Markers down, please. Okay, chinning your whiteboards in 3, 2, 1. Chin it. All right. I'm going to ask you to check your sentence with your partner. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Facing the front in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Can you please read your sentence, Asaya?
The timber industry is one of the largest manufacturing industry in Australia, since the timber industries in Australia employs about 80,000 people.
Great. Can we give Asaya 2 claps after 2? 1, 2. All right. Jackie, can you please read yours?
Since there employs about 80,000 Australians, the timber industry is one of the largest manufacturing industries in Australia.
Well done. I like how Jackie started his sentence with the subordinating conjunction, okay, and ended with the independent clause. Really good job. Let's give Jackie 2 claps after 2. 1, 2. Okay. George, can you please read yours?
Since it employs about 18,000 people and mostly doing manufacturing process, the timber industry is one of the largest manufacturing industries in Australia.
Well done. And George has done the same thing here. Started with his subordinating conjunction, his dependent clause. Hopefully he's got a comma there, and then has his independent clause. All right, let's give George 2 claps after 2. 1, 2. Mijab, would you like to share yours?
Since it's given people jobs.
Fantastic. Can we give Mijab 2 claps after 2? 1, 2. All right. Rubbing out your whiteboards in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time we are going to be using the conjunction as. What are we using? As. All right. What does as mean? Reason. Okay. This time when you write your dependent clause on the whiteboard, are you going to use the same reason as you've just written? No. I would like for you to think of another reason why it is one of the largest manufacturing industries within Australia. You might link it to one of our key principles. Okay, writing on your whiteboard, go. All right, good job. Just waiting on. All right, mark us down in 3, 2, 1. Even if you haven't finished, chinning your whiteboard in 3, 2, 1, chin it. Okay, I'm going to ask for Abdul. Can you please read yours?
As it boosts the nation's economic profitability, the timber industry is one of the largest manufacturing industries in Australia.
Fantastic. Really good job. He's linked it to one of our 6 key principles here. Okay. Now, did he start his sentence with the independent clause, or did he start it with the subordinating conjunction? Subordinating conjunction. Great job. Can we give Abdul 2 clicks after 2? 1, 2. Okay. I'm going to ask for Sud. Can you please read yours?
As it produces products like paper, furniture, and fruits and nuts, the timber industry is one of the largest manufacturing industries in Australia.
Fantastic. Okay, so I hear that Sud has actually talked about a few different things here. She's talked about economic profitability when we're actually making things like furniture and paper. But she's also talked about one other key principle. Okay, now timber plantations not only look after trees, but they also look after trees that provide things like fruit, nuts. Okay, which key principle do you think this might fit into? Show me when you've got it. We're talking about things about fruits and nuts. What are we talking about here? Think, pair, share, go.
Global food security.
Turning around in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What is she also talking about?
Global food security.
Fantastic. All right, rubbing out your whiteboards in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, this time we are using and. What are we using? And. If we're using and, what kind of sentence do we have? Compound. So let's just think about the way our compound sentences is set up. Ready? And.
Independent clause, coordinating conjunction, independent clause.
So we need another independent clause when we are writing our sentence. Okay? Now, one question. Are you going to say the timber industry is one of the largest manufacturing industries in Australia and the timber industry does this, this, and this? What am I going to change the timber industry to? Have a think. Think, pair, share, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What am I going to be changing it to? Is. Fantastic. So we're thinking of another independent clause. So how are you going to be writing this sentence? Have a think.